Evening, peeps. Evening. A little bit late. Hatter, how you doing, brother? All right, I hope. Ready for tonight? So tonight, you can see on screen, we've got the MDCC Pro League running tonight. Oh, it does say Pro Am on there, but it's not. It's the Pro League tonight. Pro Ams were last night over there on D-Dot's channel on Facebook, but tonight it's round... What are we tonight? What round are we on? What round are we on? Let's have a look. Try and figure this out. I forget. We are on round 7. Right, there you go. Right. So we're live from Sardegna tonight. Tricky little circuit. Some nice off-camber corners and some little sort of hairpinny tricky sections, but we'll see how the drivers get on tonight. Let's have a look at some scores, shall we? So it is Hatterlad in the chat, who's leading the way with 280 points. Greedy boy. Second place is BBR Sir Ian. I nearly got that wrong. 226 points on board for him. And then we've got BBR Chad in third. He's got 172 points. Nipping his heels is Trucks B with 170 points. We've got Offskis in 5th position. He's got himself 164 points. We've got Miggins in 6th with 160 points. 148 points on board for Green Mamba in 7th. Scotty in 8th. He's got 128 points. We've got G Marge in 9th with 124 points. Britsberger 10th with 114 points. D-Dot in 11th with 100. Have I got that right? D-Dot with 108 points. Yes. Millerman 12th with 78 points. We've got Speedy in 13th with 62 points. Riley with, what's he got? 18 points on board for 14th, and Ludovelli 15th with just 10 points on the board. So that's points up until now. Let's merch still available, people. T-shirts, stickers, and all that. Phil G, evening, brother. How you doing? Right, let's get ourselves into this stream. Let me make sure I've turned the sound up as well, because I know what I'm like. I usually forget, and people can't hear anything for the first 10 minutes. Right, qualifier just about to get underway then. Oh, it has already started. Who have we got in the room tonight? We've got a D-Dot. He's got an issue with his knee tonight, so we'll see how he gets on behind the wheel. Mr. Deadman, evening, brother. G Marge is in the house. The Greek God. We've got Green Mamba, Hatterlad, Miggins, Offskis, Trucks B, Chad, and Sir Ian in the house. What are we all driving? So it is the GR4s tonight, not the GR3s. The MDCC does stand for Manufacturers Dual Class Championship, which means they use both the GR3 and the GR4 versions of these cars. This week we've got the GR4, slightly less power, slightly less aero, a bit more punchy around this circuit. Let's see who's out front at the minute. That's not what I meant to do at all. Aston leading the championship in the minute. Oh, it is just out lap, so qualifying has only just started. Leading them round on this out lap then. Second place Offskis in the Subaru. Mamba in the Mitsubishi right behind him. A couple of corners to go before they start these qualifiers. Trucks B then rolling in 4th in the Mercedes. D-Dot in the wet. Big heavy lump. Miggins right behind him in the Jag. Followed by Sir Ian in the Toyota. Chad also in the Toyota. And G Marge in that Lexus. So here we go then. Hot laps just getting underway. Everyone crossing the line. Let's get a G Marge perspective lap, shall we? Down towards turn 1 then. Hard on the brakes. Got to catch that apex. Ooh, Chad running out wide. Easy to lose positions through those first couple of corners, through this little S section. Tricky left-handed elbow coming up. Ooh, drifting out wide there for G Marge. So I've got a 2 race format for you guys tonight. We've got a 30-minute endurance and then a 15-minute sprint. Slightly different setups for both. Tyre wear and fuel depletion on for race 1, but not for race 2. So into this bottom part of the track then, fast bit down towards this right hand elbow, back up the hill. Oh, those tyres giving out. Chad's gone wide. G Marge has to back off the throttle, so that's his lap thrown in the bin as well. Up the hill through the left-hander. As much power as you dare through here. Just feathering that throttle then for G Marge. To this final turn, pretty fast corner as well. Again, easy to run it off track. Look, you can see plenty of tyre marks already on that grass. G Marge looks like he's coming in the pits though, and does so. Get me off. There you go. There you go. There you go. So Sir Ian is sitting on pole at the minute there. 125.8 for him. Hatter second. He's got 126.1 for the time being. Well, this is no good, people. Nothing to smoke. It's not good. Gonna have to dive out during at the end of qualifying, I think, to fetch Green Mamba then 4. Did we even read out Truck's time? 126.6 for the Mercedes driver. Green Mamba just staying out of the way, trying to. 4th position at the minute on the grid, 126.7. Oh, I won't be able to, will I? I'll have to jump straight into race 1. Alright, so almost 5 minutes into qualifying. Let's give Green Mamba a bit of glory time while I just disappear for a few seconds. We're back, people, we're back. Don't worry, I'm not disappeared. I fell down the stairs. We're back. That's enough for you, Green Mamba. Give off skis a little bit of glory time. Right behind him. Heading back up towards the line, and then let's kind of have a flick through and see what sort of times people are getting still then. So Ian's still on pole. Oh, Chad's lost connection. Have you lost connection? And Sir Ian hasn't. Do you not race next to each other? No. Bit of fuel burning going on for Sir Ian. So you can see just revving that car out. burn off as much fuel as possible and make that as light as possible as well. So Chad's back in the room, but he won't be in this qualifying session anymore. Hopefully they remember that and squeeze him into the race. We'll probably start from the back though. G Marge got himself up into second, 125.9 in that Lexus. Set of super softs will do it. Hatter on the medium, so whatever tyre they came out on in qualifying on is the tyre they have to start the race on. So although G Marge has super softs on, he came out on the mediums, so that's the tyre he will have to start on. There's a little wiggle out of that left hand, that right hand hairpin elbow. Hatter in the pits, maybe he's coming in to put those supers on now. That's loud. Set of supers on now for Hatter. Can he make those work for him? Halfway through this qualifying session, all sorts of drivers now coming through. So it is Miggins on pole now, 125.5. Again, set of super softs on board for the Jag driver. So Ian comes back through again on a set of super softs, 125.1, regains that pole position. Miggins then second, Trucks B in third, again set of super softs. G Marge on those super softs now fourth. Hatter just put on that set of supers, so we'll see if he can make those work for him, but he's currently fifth. Green Mamba in sixth, so he's out on the supers as well. D-Dot seventh, and Offski's now eighth. I think everyone opted for the supers for this, try and get those better laps out. Again, we have lost Chad from this qualifying session. He disconnected. Hopefully we get him back into the race. The Toyota been very strong this season. It's been a difficult car to work and get past. D-Dot goes a little bit quicker, gets himself into fourth position, 125.8. How's Hatterlad getting on? Pit lap, wasn't it? 127.2. So now on his hot one. Manual grid start at back. Yeah, I think that's what D-Dot's telling Chad. Now he's back in the room. Mamba goes wide. G Marge nearly follows him off track. Right, let's see what Hatter can put in now then. We've not been... Goes a little bit deep there, but keeps the power on. Managed to keep a couple of wheels on the circuit, and he comes across the line to put in a 125.0 into second position. Is qualifying over then, 10 minutes qualifying, so unless anybody can go quicker, which I don't think they can, I think that's everyone coming up to the line now. It is going to be Sir Ian that sits on pole, Hatterlad second, Miggins third, Trucks B in fourth, D-Dot fifth, just getting himself pointing the right way. G Marge in sixth, Green Mamba seventh, Offski's in eighth, and I think we're going to see Chad in ninth. It's a bit of a shame, lost connection, so dropped out of qualifying. Messed up a few, but that will do. Almost a poet there, Hatter. What's going on? Second position, that's right. Just got to stick with that Toyota up front. If you can do that, get the lead, make a break, you'll be in the clear. But that Toyota, they've been pretty punchy all season, as you well know. Here we go then, half an hour around here at Sardegna. We swap circuits into the second race as well. Reverse grid rolling start for race 2. Let's see how they get on here then. Lights just turning red. We'll wait for these to drop and we'll get this race underway. Does everyone get away well? Oh, we haven't, have we? Green Mamba's gone backwards. Haven't got Chad in race 1 so far. All leave. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. So we didn't jump back to this point in the race to be able to add Chad back into the race. So we're going to have a restart on that one and we'll be able to get Chad back on circuit. Oh. Oh, did you still have it set up with qualifying? Yeah, that's no good. Reset the grid, we'll get everyone on track and we'll get off again on different strategies, so we'll see. Well, there you go. So Ian out of the softs for stint 1. Miggins has got the mediums on for stint 1. Looks like everybody else has got the mediums on unless they're suddenly going to change. Only Ian so far that's gone for the soft tyre. Apologies, Sir Ian. Miggins is trying to destroy his car before the race starts. Has the Jaguar upset you? Drivers trying to cause chaos further up the track. Hatter trying to drift it through turn 1. But we're going to give it another go now then. We have got all 9 drivers on circuit. Yes, we have. So let's get this one underway for a second attempt. Ian on pole then, Hatter second. Who's going to get the run down to turn 1? How long can Sir Ian make those softs last? What can Chad do from the back? We'll find out right about now. It's a good start from off skis. Mamba keeps it pointing in a straight line. Hatterlad gets his nose up the inside, as does Miggins. The Jag fires itself through. Hatterlad has to hang on to the back. What has happened to Sir Ian? He's being swamped. So Miggins goes through, Hatter goes through, Trucks B goes through. Sir Ian hangs on to 4th position by the skin of his teeth. Off skis and D-Dot all over the back of that Toyota driver. G-Marge up to 7th. Green Mamba having a look up the inside of him though. Let's see what happens into this next turn, and then Chad at the back. G-Marge holds on to that 7th. Miggins with a great start. Trucks Truxby having a little look at Hatter there. Gives him plenty of room. I think Hatter's got the inside. Truxby's out-braked himself. He has, fires himself into the sand. He's got to be careful when he comes back on track as well. He put himself at the back of the field. Late break in there from Truxby has cost him. That has allowed Hatter to get through. Miggins then into second position. Why have you gone that? Why have you gone that way? Miggins into second position. It's Ian back up into third then with the departure of Truxby. So Ian having to go at the jag into turn one, side by side as they run up there. Miggins holds the inside line into the turn. So Ian not able to stay next to him. Top three then. Hatter leads, Miggins second. We're on board with Sir Ian in third. Got D-Dot chasing, Offskis and Green Mamba just in the picture there as well. Now again, Sir Ian has a little look up the inside, gets a better run out of that turn, and again here he's going to have to run around the outside of Miggins if he wants this one. Miggins not making it easy for him. Again, holds that defensive line over to the right-hand side there, Miggins, but Sir Ian holds it around the outside, still side by side as they run up the hill. It is going to be Sir Ian that now has the advantage into this next corner. Oh, and unfortunately, Miggins left the door wide open. D-Dot comes through. He's now also having a look at Sir Ian here. He's got the inside line. Can he carry the speed? No, has to drop himself back into the slipstream. Great move there by D-Dot. He has got a poorly knee, apparently, so we'll see how he gets on with that one tonight. Oh, Hatterlad comes in the pits early then. Oh, no, he doesn't. Fakes it. Look at the Corvette on the Toyota. Side by side, the power of that Corvette. Into second goes D-Dot. Miggins also having another look. So Hatter now 1.1 seconds up the road on the medium tyre. D-Dot second medium tyre as well. So Ian on that soft tyre in third. Pressuring D-Dot for that second though. Didn't get a great start, Sir Ian. Lost a few positions off pole. Miggins then four, just half a second back, 0.4. Green Mamba 1.2 seconds back. Offski sixth. Just under a second back from Green Mamba. Chad started from the back, now in seventh. Medium tyres on board for Chad. Truxby making up a position into eighth. G Marge now ninth. So everybody gone for the medium tyre except for Sir Ian in second position. He has held on to that one over D-Dot. But can Hatterlad hold him off? He's on a set of medium tyres, so slightly slower than Sir Ian's. Gap still at 0.8. No squealing there through there for Hatter. He's keeping the tyre wear to a minimum. Whether that cost him in time, we'll yet see. He has been closed up a little bit by Sir Ian, still dragging D-Dot and Miggins with him. Top four then, 1.5 seconds above Green Mamba in fifth. Offski's dropped about a 10th, got Truxby for company. Oh no, sorry, apologies, it's Chad for company. Truxby trying to find his way back through the field, just 1.6 seconds down from Chad. Marge struggling a little bit, I think, 3.6 seconds down. So Ian then side by side with Hatter through the penultimate corner. Now who's got the power on this long straight? So Ian gets a great run out. Hatter's not giving him any opportunity for a tow. Almost neck and neck. not a... Ooh, Hatter's just pulling forward a tiny little bit. He's going to hold the advantage. Brakes a little bit later for Sir Ian. Hatter holds on to first. Still got D-Dot and Miggins in the picture as well. Green Mamba still just had a second and a half back. Again, Hatter peels over. Doesn't want to give Sir Ian the toe. Softer tyres, just allowing Sir Ian to keep it neck and neck. Oh, he's got his nose up the inside into this next corner. Backs out though, allows Hatter to keep it. Hatter goes a little bit sideways into that one. He's having to fight to keep this position. It's D-Dot right on the back of him. Miggins looking to close up. A little bit of a gap again, just stretched out. Oh, here comes D-Dot up the inside. Oh, so here goes through, almost off track. D-Dot able to carry the speed through. Fires himself into first position on those mediums. So Ian comes back at him. Hatter. Not sure how he got past Hatter, but he did D-Dot and Sir Ian as well. So back into a train of four. Green Mamba a little bit closer now. Let's get on board with D-Dot. Oh, he goes a little bit wide, so Ian's going to have a run. He's got his nose up the inside. The Corvette did seem to have more power last time these two were side by side. Hatter's getting a toe. The gap opens up. Is he going to be able to fire one up the inside through the pair of them? Gets himself back past D-Dot into second. So Ian claims first place then. Hatter second, D-Dot in third. Miggins hanging on to the back of this trio front. Green Mamba now only 1.1 seconds back, so he's starting to pull that time down a little bit. Chad has got himself up into sixth position. Trucks B has got past as well into seventh. Offskis has had a mare somewhere. He's now down in 8th position, half a second back from Trucks B. 3.2 ahead of G Marge. Still really close battle here then. Almost 10 minutes in. What are we? 8.5 minutes in. Now has Ian blown his opportunity? Has he put a little bit too much wear on those softs? Possibly not. They're not looking too bad compared to the mediums. Miggins' tyres looking amazing actually on the Jag. Pretty good on Green Mamba's Mitsubishi as well. Chad on the mediums, tyres are looking good. Had to fight from the back as well. Trucks B been off track, he's up into 7th position. Offski's hunting him down, got the toe up this long start finish straight as well. G Marge brings that time down again, 2.8 seconds. Ooh, Hatter in the background just going a little bit wide, so Ian pulls a bit of time. 0.7 of a second over Hatter. So it's a pretty even fight, to be honest. I mean, so Ian is starting to pull a little bit of a gap now, but he wasn't at a massive advantage on those softs. .8 of a second over the drivers behind on medium tyres. Oh, we are 10 minutes into this one already. When do they brave out a pit stop? Who's going to come in first for a set of softs? Is it going to be Sir Ian dropping those softs for the mediums? Miggins still within attacking distance, just 0.8 of a second back. Green Mamba unfortunately now 2.1 seconds back. He's had a little mistake somewhere. And now got Chad for company. Both drivers on medium tyres. Into turn one they go. Again, Chad's had to come from the back, so he's had a bit of a brutal fight to try and close up on these drivers. Trucks B then 7th again. Had a spin early on in the race. Ended up at the back of the pack. He has made a couple of positions. Off-Skis has dropped further off the back. That's allowed G Marge to close up on him. Only 1.1 seconds between the Lexus and the Subaru now. Top four still pretty close. So Ian has now broken away. 1.7 seconds. Again, those softs are not looking great though. Mediums still looking alright for Hatter. D-Dot still pushing him almost around this circuit. Miggins has managed to get himself tucked into the rear wing of D-Dot as well. All three drivers taking a big chunk of that curb through there. So can we get a bit of cockpit view going here? Oh, that was it. Get the whine of the gearbox on board with Miggins, then hunting down third place D-Dot and second place Hatter. Been absolutely nothing in it really between these top four drivers, admittedly. So Ian has just pulled away. Oof, Miggins up the inside of D-Dot. Oh, you can't see him. He's had to drop behind, so Miggins now into third position. There is D-Dot. Oh, he's gone wide and spins it round. Chad goes through then. He's got himself past Trucks B already. D-Dot's got to get it back on circuit cleanly. What a nightmare for him. 7th, 8th position. Green Mamba has been in the pits then, I believe. Yes, so he's dropped those mediums. He's come out on the soft tyres now then. 17 minutes remaining. 30 seconds back from race leader. 26, oh no, sorry, that's changing. 16, 15 seconds down from D-Dot. That's a closing though. Why is that? Is D-Dot just struggling to get back up to speed, maybe? So back up front, Sir Ian, 2.7 second lead. Softs still working for him. Hatter got himself back into second position. Miggins third. Good move by Miggins. It's a shame for D-Dot. Trying to keep the power on, trying to hold his line through there. Just spun it up on the sand. Chad then in fourth, but he's got a 3.4 second deficit to the top three. Plenty of space behind him now, 3.9 seconds. G Marge up into 6, 4.6 seconds back. He's now got D-Dot just a second behind him. Off-Ski's now 0.6 of a second back as well. So a bit of a fight for D-Dot to have. Green Mamba, first man in the pits. 13 seconds down from Off-Ski's. Lost a second to Sir Ian, who is starting to stretch out now. Guys on the mediums, I think, are just having to take their time a little bit on the on some of these turns. The mediums are still not quite gripping as much as the softs. So halfway into race one, when are we going to see Sir Ian come in? Yeah, we wanted to use those as long as his lap times are doing all right. What are we on? 227s, 26s, 27s. He's still on 26s. He's been consistent. Hatter comes in then, so he's ditching the mediums. He's going to get the softs on. Miggins follows him in. Trucks B looks like he's doing the same. He is. What's D-Dot going to do? Comes in. Off-Ski stays out. G Marge gets the penultimate corner a little bit squirrely, but he's also coming in the pits, getting rid of those mediums. Green Mamba has already been in, so he goes through. Takes fourth position for now. Chad stayed out as well. Now 9.1 seconds, 9 seconds behind brother Sir Ian. Front right looking very worn out. When's he going to come in the pits? Chad then loses a bit more time on those mediums. Off-Skis stays out, so he's now 12 seconds back from Sir Chad. And Green Mamba regains that fourth position. Hatterlad back out on the track, 4.9 seconds down. It's 5th position. Miggins 6th. Also soft tyre, 2.9 seconds back. Trucks B back out the pits, 7.5 seconds down. D-Dot as well, 3.3 seconds back. And G-Marge back out the pits, 11.5 seconds. Sir Ian still stretching, 9.9 seconds over brother Chad. Different strategies. Soft tyre on for Sir Ian, medium tyre on for Chad. Ofsky's in the pits this lap, so it is just the top 2 drivers left to pit then. 13.5 minutes remaining. So Ian still putting in 1:26 lap times. Chad mostly 1:27s on the board with the mediums. Green Mamba though, possibly playing a blinder of a strategy here. He's got himself into 3rd position, plenty of time in front of Hatterlad, 4.4 seconds. Tyres still looking good, 13 minutes left to race. And he will close up on the 2 drivers in front. Admittedly, Chad will be back on the soft, so Ian will be on the medium, so those gaps may well come down before the end of the race. So Sir Ian comes in this lap. Is brother Chad going to follow him in? He does. Where does Green Mamba come out then? Can he get himself... I don't think he can. It's only going to be a short pit stop for tyres. Oh, Green Mamba, that's no good at all. Gets himself back on circuit. He's going to have lost a lot of time due to that mistake. He'll be kicking himself in that green Mitsubishi, that's for sure. Ooh, so Green Mamba does go through to take the race lead then. So Ian comes out the pits, not carrying enough speed to keep up with the Mitsubishi, but in a good position for attack, less than a second back. Hatterlad then 1.7 seconds down from Sir Ian. So Sir Ian on those medium tyres, so we'll have to see if he can keep up with the pace of these drivers on the softs that are all around him now. Hatter 1.8 down. Miggins, ooh, he's under pressure. Miggins 5.6 seconds down. He's got Chad for company. Both drivers on the soft tyre. Trucks B 6, D-Dot 2.3 seconds behind him, 7th. 3.2 back for Ofskis. G-Marge 9.9 seconds down. We're 11.2, so finding some time somewhere, G-Marge. Now gap coming down then. Green Mamba under serious threat from Sir Ian. Hatterlad not been able to close the gap either. Board with Sir Ian then, getting a toe off of Green Mamba. Can he get the slingshot past him before turn 1? He's got his nose up the inside. Again, he's on that medium tyre, so the soft tyre drivers might still be able to close up on him. But it does, for the time being, regain the lead of the race. 1/4 of a second over Green Mamba. There's Hatter starting to find a little bit of time somewhere, so he's gained about 0.3 of a second. 20 minutes into this race, just 10 minutes remaining then. Chad into 4th, Miggins 5th, then Chad getting past. Trucks B holding that 6th. D-Dot pulled a bit of time back on him as well, about half a second. Ofsky's 3.8 down. G-Marge lost that time again, back to 12 seconds. Now the gaps are coming down. Oh, Green Mamba, no! Green Mamba, that's the same corner you got wrong last time. Green Mamba, no! Mr. Bucky, how you doing, brother? I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. Green Mamba. Oh, that's twice. Oh, he's coming in the pits. He's getting rid of the softs now. Possibly going for another set of softs, but it is Hatter on the hunt for that first now. 1.6 seconds back from Sir Ian. Medium tyre on for Sir Ian. Soft tyre on for Hatter. Let's see if we can... That time is coming down. 1.5. Not as quickly as Hatter would like, I don't think. Back up to 1.6 though. So Ian, I think, still trying to drive this like it has got softs on. So he is... You can hear those mediums squealing a little bit. Hatter lad. Keeping it nice and calm through there. Still the deficit at 1.5 seconds though. No slipstream to help him either at the minute. Pushing hard here then, Hatter. But Sir Ian's obviously pushing harder on the mediums. Gap still at 1.6. Hatter's going to blow his softs out before he gets up to the rear end of Sir Ian. Plenty of life in Sir Ian's tyres. And Hatter's already shown a big lump of red on them on that front right. Gets the gap down to 1.3 seconds though. Chad up to third then, still 5 seconds down from Hatter and Sir Ian. It's going to be a tall order to pull that back in 7 minutes. Pulled a bit of time over Miggins as well. Miggins now 2.5 seconds back in fourth. Good result though for Miggins. He's got plenty of gap behind him to Trucks B. 6.6 seconds to the Mercedes driver. No mad glitches in this lobby. We're back on PS4, so that's probably why. PS4 and GT Sport. It was GT7, and it only seemed to be, like you say, PS4 users. But apparently it's not all PS4 users. But who knows? D-Dot then back up to 6th position. He's 7th, loses a bit more time to him. Green Mamba back out on track. Yeah, he stuck another set of softs on. Wasn't happy with that first set. And G Marge testing the drift capabilities of the Lexus now then. Tyre's gone, so why not go sideways, I think is the theory. Must be written in the stones of Athens somewhere. The G Marge has read. Probably got completely wrong. So Ian dips a wheel on the grass, doesn't slow him down really. Hatter still 1.4 seconds back. No. There you go. There's the gap then, 1.5 seconds. Soft tyre versus medium tyre. Hatter can't make these medium switch, the soft switch on against Sir Ian. Running it a little bit wide through there. Using as much of this track as possible to try and close these gaps down. So Ian just finding the right speed and pace at this circuit. 1.7 seconds, starting to pull a gap then. Definitely found the optimum setup for those medium tyres as Ian. Still loads of life left in those, easily going to last the just under 5 minutes. G Marge, the Greek god. Maybe it's not in the dailies. Maybe it's just lobbies. I don't know. Still pulling time then. Hatter just can't find the pace of Sir Ian. Chad Chad has pulled a bit of time back as well, 4.3 seconds. Still a big margin to try and pull back in 4 minutes. Oh, Green Mamba's in the pits again. Oh, all sorts of damage. Front end, front right, engine gearbox. No. G Marge has got a fresh set of tyres on, so maybe he did understand the tablets of Athens. It's looking good for Sir Ian then. Just 3.5 minutes remaining. Sir Ian now 2.2 seconds ahead of Hatter. Hatter getting that one a little bit deep as well. Chad then just coming through that same corner. Pulls more time back. 3.8 seconds. He could. If he keeps closing at this pace. Especially if he gets a bit of a slipstream off a couple of drivers here and there, maybe. 3 minutes remaining. Gap down to 3.5 seconds for Chad. Higgins fourth. Looks comfortable as well. 5.6 back from Chad. But 6 seconds over Trucks B. D-Dot another 2.1 back in 6. Offski's back in the pits now as well. So it looks like he's changing tyres. Green Mamba back out after repairing that damage, 8th, and G Marge in 9th. Yeah, there you go. Hatter looks like he's starting to struggle on the softs. Chad, a lot better wear on his softs on the Toyota. Gap is down to 2.7 seconds, just over 2 minutes remaining though. Very close when they come up to the line, I think. 2.4 seconds, really pushing then, Chad. 2.2. Car gripping up a lot better than Hatter's. The gap down to 2 seconds. So he's got 2 laps to do it now, Chad. He's actually holding fastest lap of the race, so he has got the pace, obviously. Another 10th on Hatter. Hatter will be seeing this little bloke. He'll be having a bit of double vision. He'll be seeing one Toyota get a little bit further away and another Toyota get a little bit closer to him. Gap down to 1.5 seconds. Let's just jump on board with Hatter. So he's 3.8 back from Sir Ian, just disappearing through that left. There is Chad closing up on the Aston. 1.1 second gap, just a minute remaining. They're going to cross the line and see another lap. A little bit squirrely out of there for Chad, but the gap now below a second. Hatter's got his work cut out then if he's looking to hold on to this second position for the rest of this race. One more lap to go, 30 seconds left on the race clock. Fakes a pit. Doesn't work. Chad tries to get in the slipstream. Hatter's not having any of it. He's not having any of it. 0.5 of a second. Nobody catching Sir Ian. 4.1 seconds up the road, but it's on now. Chad all over the back of Hatter. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep through turn 1. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Hatter gets a tiny bit of breathing room. A tiny little mistake there by Chad. Apologies to the rest of the drivers. I'm going to stick with this one for the final lap. Hatter struggling to get it under control. Chad all over the back end of him. So there you go. It has hit final lap in this first race. Can Chad find a way past Hatter? Both drivers almost out of fuel. Hatter's tyres very, very beaten up. Almost side by side into this. Oh, both drivers struggling to get through there. Hatter struggles a little bit more though. Chad comes to look around the outside into this next left-hander. Can he switch back up the inside on the exit? Yes, he can. Gets his nose up the inside. Will have the advantage into these next couple of corners. Oh, and Hatter's gone wide. don't think there was contact. There may well have been a tiny little nudge, but it was going to be Chad's position. He did have the advantage coming into this next turn, but it is going to be Sir Ian that takes the win. Chad is going to come home in second. Hatter takes third. Not quite sure what happened at the end there, but he was looking for third anyway, I think. Miggins takes fourth. D-Dot's going to take fifth. Just, I think, Truxby right behind him. Does. So he managed to get past Truxby then. Fifth for D-Dot, sixth for Truxby, seventh for Offskis, eighth for Green Mamba, and ninth for G Marge. So the two Toyotas coming through again then. Not guaranteed to be fixed on the update on the 15th, apparently. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, okay, so the glitch is still there then. It may well have been contact, I don't know. Oh yeah, nice little touch, there you go. Hatter just confirming it. Yeah, I mean, he was up the inside anyway, and he'd got the advantage into the next couple of corners. I think you'd kind of had to let that one go, I think, Hatter, but, you know, if you think it was... if you think it wasn't warranted, put it in. You might regain your second place back. See what happens. So there was race 1 tonight. We have got race 2 coming up, which is a 15-minute sprint race. It's a reverse grid. It is rolling start. There's no tyre wear. There's no fuel wear. So it's an all-out thrash to the line. 15 minutes. We'll just see how long we're going to be given. Yeah, there you go. A little nudge in a high-speed corner. Yeah, a little bit naughty rear wheel. A little bit naughty. Nice to see you again, brother, anyway. Nice to see you. Yeah, like I say, I just think that little Toyota just had... Well, it just had the legs on you, mate, to be honest. You know, the last few laps he was closing and closing and closing, and... he'd already got his nose up the inside before the contact. But, you know, I wasn't driving. I don't know how miffed you are behind the wheel, so... So I'm fancying a third last of first now. Oh, go on then, the Hatter. There he is. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, mate, yeah. Yeah, difficult to control tyre wear when you're on pad. Race 1 winner then. And we can assume everyone's going to go for the super softs, obviously the grippier tyre, and the grippier, faster tyre, and there's no tyre wear, so, you know, why would you? Maybe Offskis needs to go for super softs or something. Everybody testing the drift capabilities of their car. Who have we not got in the room? Offskis, Green Mamba. D-Dot, why are you thanking me now? Don't thank me yet. Who are we missing? Hatter, Green Mamba, Offskis. Yeah, we've got Offskis. Miggins, Chad. Where's G Marge? Where's the Greek god? Go get them Toyotas. He's got to stay in front of those Toyotas. There's G Marge. Here he is. So, race 2 about to get underway again. 15-minute smash-a-thon, no tyre wear, no fuel depletion. I believe damage is still on though. That's right, they've got to get past you first. There he goes. D-Dot, he shouldn't have to reset any grids, just set rolling start, reverse positions from reverse grid thing. Oh, here we go, just about to start then. Rightio, 15-minute sprint marathon coming up, so we're at a different Sardegna with a big long open track. It's great in the GR4s, to be honest. I've raced this many a time in the GTTCC. G Marge on pole then, Green Mamba second, Ofsky's third, Truxby fourth, D-Dot fifth, Miggins sixth, Hatterlad seventh, Chad eighth, and Sir Ian in ninth. Again, it's a rolling start, reverse grid. Let's get ourselves on and see what sort of pace we've got. There's the gap from start to finish, or from front to back. So they get underway now then. You can see them all slot into a line to try and gain a toe as they head down towards turn one. Get ourselves on board with race leader G Marge as they head down towards this first turn. See if anybody is closed up enough to make a move. Not quite yet. All some dirt being kicked up already. Got to be careful, that's going to slow you straight down. So everybody on that super soft tyre then for this sprint race. Still in a line, G Marge slowing down. Green Mamba looks to come around the outside of him now, up the inside. G Marge gives him plenty of room, but manages to keep the power down, hold on to that first. A little bit of a slowdown action has caused Ofskis to have a look at Green Mamba. He's not quite able to get his nose up the inside yet. Most drivers are keeping it out of the wall there as well. So G Marge first. Green Mamba in second. Truxby now having a look at the inside. Truxby has got himself through into second position. Oh, great big pile of drivers coming into that awkward, tricky corner. But it is still G Marge leading. Just Truxby right behind him, second. D-Dot squidges through into third position. Mamba then fourth, Ofsky's fifth, Miggins sixth. Oh, Green Mamba! Green Mamba hit the wall. That's going to have reset him to track, that's for sure. I think he's still trying to get it pointing in the right direction. G Marge has got it all wrong. Not sure what happened there to G Marge. Some incidents happening all over the place. Ah, we've lost Green Mamba. Green Mamba's out of this one. It is Truxby. While we weren't watching, has managed to sneak his way through to the front. D-Dot second. Ofsky's just third. Miggins having a look around the outside. Ofsky's holding that defensive position. That incident with Green Mamba slowed down Hatterlad enough to allow Chad and Sir Ian to get through. Side by side with Sir Ian. I think Sir Ian's going to hold it through this next turn, but side by side through there. A little bit of contact again between these two drivers. Oh, apologies, it was Chad and Hatter last time. Now, who's going to win out through here? Oh, side by side again, plenty of room given, and it is just Hatterlad that takes 6th. So Ian then 7th. G Marge a long way back in 8th, so got it wrong just after we saw the departure of Green Mamba. A long way back then, 5.7 seconds for G Marge to try and catch up. Trucks B still under pressure from D Dot here though, 1st and 2nd positions. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Might be distracted by those Greek ladies. Trucks B then holding off D Dot for the time being. Chad into 3rd. Offskis 4th. Higgins 5th. So Ian 6th. Just. He takes that position off of Hatterlad. Might see Miggins have a look at Offskis here as well. Can the Jag carry the speed up and over the hill? It does, into 4th, but he's got drivers coming left, right and centre. So Ian gets a nudge as he tries to come past Offskis, and that just puts him a little bit wide, and Hatterlad comes back through. Now Hatter having a look at Offskis and Miggins. Switches up to the inside, not quite able to get up the inside of Offskis there. Bumper to bumper action running through this Sardegna circuit. Nowhere to go for Hatterlad. He's going to have to try again around the outside. Needs to be getting past. So Ian closing up on them all the time. G Marge 10 seconds back. Trucks B still leading. Get ourselves on with D Dot, the chase car. Empty track behind them, 3.6 second gap. D Dot drifts it into that turn, goes on the grass as well. That's going to slow him down. You can see Trucks B just stretching up the gap in front. Tiny little mistakes here, cost you an awful lot of time. Gap at 0.8 of a second. Just within that slipstream range still then for D Dot, so he will close back up on Trucks B. There is that fighting pile of drivers behind. Let's get back and have a look at that. Miggins now clear in 3rd. Hatterlad 4th. Offskis and Sir Ian coming back at him though. So Ian gets through past Offskis into 5th position. Offskis 6th. Now back on the rear bumper of Hatterlad for that 4th position. Goes for the fake. Hatterlad doesn't fall for it. Chad almost runs it wide through there. But has now got himself bolted on the back end of this fight. He's only 0.6 of a second back. G Marge now 16 seconds down. Goes race leader, still with that 0.8 of a second over D Dot. Top 2, 3.5 seconds ahead of Miggins. Miggins got another 2 seconds gap to Hatter. Hatter's got a mirror full of Ian. Ian's got a mirror full of Offskis, and Offskis has got a mirror full of Chad. Offski's gone wide, gets himself back on circuit. He's going to have to take a really defensive line into this corner. Dirty tyres. So Ian comes through. Nothing Hatter could do about that. Just not able to get that car slowed down enough into that corner. Now, can he hang on to Sir Ian and put the pressure back on? He has got Offski's right behind him and Chad as well. Everybody snaking, looking for that toe. Hatterlad is closing back up on Sir Ian. Is it going to be enough? Bolts himself right onto the rear bumper through turn 1. Back up front, we've got Trucks B still leading. Dot has managed to pull the gap down a little bit. Oof, that's not going to help him going sideways though. There's Miggins still 3.7 seconds back. Almost 3 seconds ahead of this battling quartet behind. So Ian, Hatter, Ofskis and Chad. Looks like G Marge has seen the end of this race. Oh no, he's come out of the pits. He's obviously been drifting that car, or he's picked up damage. He's back out on a fresh set of supers. Trucks B then still holding top spots. D-Dot not been able to close up. Inch perfect for Trucks B, using as much of this circuit as he possibly can. Pulls a bit more time over D-Dot. There is Miggins just in the background, 3.6 seconds back. Still got a 3-second gap back to Sir Ian, under all sorts of pressure from Hatter. On board with Sir Ian then, absolutely side by side with the Toyota. Pushing Hatter over to the outside of this circuit. Under braking, who wins? Hatter manages to hold the speed through there. He's still got, why are you flicking? Why are you sending people loop-de-loop? So Sir Ian loses out in the end. Oh, he thinks about a move up the inside. Hatter squeals it through there. Chad's left the room. Oh, one of his connections finally given up. But brother Sir Ian is definitely involved in a fight here between himself and Hatter. Ofski's well out of this fight now. Not sure what happened to Chad, but he's off this race. Oh, I didn't realise Hatter had got damage as well. So Ian closing up the hill. Hatter making it run the long way round. Nowhere to go this time. Can he sweep back up the inside, Sir Ian? Not quite. Still losing time to Miggins in front. There he is. Got that gap up to 4 seconds. 4 minutes 20 left on the clock. So Ian battling with Hatter. Ooh, gets a nose up the inside. Not enough though. Hatter holds on to it. Now, can Sir Ian get the move done into turn 1? Hatter hanging it over to this left-hand side of the circuit. No way for Ian to get up the inside there. He's looking around the outside again. Hatter under braking, holds onto it again. Both drivers a little bit sideways through there. Let's get ourselves back up front, see what's happening between D-Dot and Trucks B. It is still Trucks B leading. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Elbows out Hatter from Lucky. D-Dot in a very promising position here, just 0.3 of a second back from Trucks B. Could make a move any minute. 4.2 back from Miggins, but he's comfortably in front of this battling pair. 4.3 seconds ahead of Hatter. Hatter got a Rizzler paper in between himself and Sir Ian. Again, Hatter holds that inside line. So Ian brakes a little bit early, tries to get the switch back on on the Hatter, but it didn't work. Again, Hatter holding that little bit of damage. He's Doing well to fend off Sir Ian in the Toyota. Oh, a gap has developed then. A mistake from D. somewhere has allowed Trucks B to gain 2.1 second lead. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. D. then with his work cut out. Miggins now just 2.2 seconds back. Hatter and Sir Ian bumper to bumper onto this start-finish straight. Chad rejoined the room, but it's too little too late. Sir Ian having another look at Hatter here. Has he managed to get himself around the outside again this time? No, Hatter holds onto it again. 1 minute 45 left on the clock. They are going to see another lap after this. It's going to be an absolute punch-up between these two. Trucks B then pulls more time, 2.4 seconds over D. Miggins got a target in his sights. There is the battling pair behind Hatter and Sir Ian. There'll be some sweaty cockpits and pads after this, that's for sure. Oh, Sir Ian gets a little look up the inside. He's running a bit quicker this time. He's pressuring Hatter. Can he get himself in front before this left-hander? Oh, it's absolutely side by side down here. Hatter still got the advantage. Trying everything and anything he can to get through Sir Ian. Hatter lad just putting that Aston in all the right places at the minute. 40 seconds left on the race clock. Back up front, Trucks B then comes round to finish lap 8. 25 seconds left on the race clock. One more lap coming up then. Trucks B 2.7 seconds lead over D. He's managed to hold himself in front of Miggins for the time being, 2.3 seconds. And there's a 5.5 second gap back to Hatter and Sir Ian. Still battling it out. There will be for this whole entire lap as well. Sir Ian now looking again round the outside of turn 1. Hatter holds it. Ofsky's 7.6 seconds down, and at G Marge, oh, he's got damage. A minute down for G Marge. Trucks B then. Just got to keep it on the black stuff for another half a circuit. And he'll have a win under his belt. There it is, final lap. Banner flashes up. D. second then, Miggins third. Hatter still fending off Sir Ian for this 4th position. Needs to be holding those inside lines. Ooh, nearly left a Toyota-sized gap. It's not happening though. He's making Ian work for it on every corner. Again, holds that inside line. Gets himself over to the walls. Doesn't want to try and leave a gap big enough for that Toyota to slot through. So G Marge crosses the line then to take that final position. So Ian coming back at Hatter. Let's get ourselves back up front. So it is going to be Trucks B. I'll try and keep my eye on that. Oh, there they go. They have swapped positions. Just have they? It's going to be a... sorry, Trucks. It's going to be an absolute drag race to the line here between these two. Who's got it? It's Hatter at the minute. And it is Hatter that takes it, but it was Trucks B that took the lead, took the win. Sorry, Trucks B, we didn't see you cross the line, or you, D. Second position for D. Third for Miggins. Hatter lad. Absolute battle from start to finish there. 4th position, Sir Ian 5th, Ofsky 6th, G Marge 7th. And who did I miss at the end? Who did I miss at the end? Green Mamba. Oh, yeah, yeah. Lost, disappeared out of the lobby. Yes, yeah, I was just saying, I can imagine that was sweaty for the pair of you. Good battle, though. Well defended, Hatter, I've got to say. Very well defended. Lucky Bucky's words of encouragement to stick your elbows out obviously worked as well. So there are positions for race 2. Ooh. Yes, some awesome racing in that second race. Great racing in the first race as well, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that race 2, bumper to bumper action for a lot of it. And there we go, round 7 done and dusted. So back again, same time, same place next week, 7:45 for round 8. I myself am back on Monday night at 8:30 for the next round of the minis. That's 8:30 on Monday night for the Chewett Racing Mini Cooper Cup, and then 8:30 again on Wednesday for the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Had some issues in that last night. I think Lucky mentioned in the chat the old glitching. Some drivers on the PS4s get, especially when playing GT7, have like a pause glitch where they sort of pause for like 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, and it throws them back, and there's big piles of sparks and chaos ensues. So hopefully there's an update which fixes that soon. Otherwise, who knows. But that's it. Round 7 done and dusted. No problem, D-Dot. No problem. Thank you, Bree. Who's Bree? Don't know who Bree is. If you meant bro, then fair enough. But Bree, I'm not having it. Yeah, that's it from me. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates. Oh, in fact, Hatter, let me know. Let me know if you've had your stuff. If it's not here by, I don't know, Saturday morning, give me a shout. I'll stick some more stuff in the post here. But yes, give it a like, subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.